Call of Duty 2017. A scary thing for a lot of people, especially in the COD community right now, to think about or even begin to understand where the direction of the game and the franchise is going to go, because we all kind of know the indication that we're going to have supply drops and everything like that, but a lot of people have been speculating otherwise. There's already been leaks for Call of Duty 2017, which include Call of Duty People's Army, which, I mean, they wouldn't title a COD that, just for a start. That's out of the water, that's already gone, scrap that. People say COD's on its last legs now, so imagine if they released a COD with a title that, People's Army. Wow, it wouldn't have any legs to stand on it. It'd be like a fucking insect that you pull the legs off when you're little to torture it and see, you know what, will it survive? No, it won't, because if you call it People's Army, COD's literally going to be more dead than it already is. So looking at everything from a realistic standpoint, who have we got developing the game this year? Sledgehammer. Nice. I mean, they help on Modern Warfare 3, which they don't get recognition for. The main thing the light shed on Sledgehammer for creating is Advanced Warfare, which was the start initially of supply drops, and I'm guessing Activision really remember that year, because the sales on Call of Duty games overall, just the money that it's generated throughout everything to do with the game sales overall and everything sold within the game, like microtransactions, as you know, supply drops, it ultimately comes down to that again, and the contrast between the sales that the game overall and everything in it's made in Call of Duty Ghosts, which was the game before Advanced Warfare, in comparison to Advanced Warfare, it's not a good indicator. There's a lot of things going for Sledgehammer to make an Advanced Warfare 2 this year, and obviously they're going to get away with it more because they started the tradition of supply drops, which we're now never not going to see in the Call of Duty franchise, sadly. There's a thing that makes a Call of Duty developer want to make a specific COD. Call of Duty Ghosts 2 would have been a direct perfect route for Infinity Ward to take, but they knew, since there wasn't really any implementation of supply drops or anything, and they didn't want to stray down a different path from the Ghost storyline or the way that Ghost played or anything like that, that they couldn't do that. So they invented something completely different, Infinite Warfare, which some consider Ghosts 2, and they could have just made Ghosts 2 overall, because the campaign leads off with a cliffhanger to indicate there is going to eventually be a Call of Duty titled Ghosts 2. So overall, it would make sense for the developer in line now, Sledgehammer, who made their first Call of Duty by themselves, Advanced Warfare, to make a sequel to Advanced Warfare, because ultimately they won't have known about the hatred that's gone through the years, or even cared really, with the sales that they've got throughout microtransactions and the game being sold, to not make an Advanced Warfare 2, and they've had 3 years to make it. So it's not just like they're going to make and dish out Call of Duty this year due to what popularity and press it's got or the kind of reputation Call of Duty's developed. They've already been working on it for 2 fucking years, so whatever we're going to get, it's already been in the works for 2 years now, pretty much a long time, over 600 days, and to be honest, it's probably looking like it's going to either be a complete contrast to the futuristic scene or an Advanced Warfare 2, and the Advanced Warfare 2 just definitely makes sense because Sledgehammer have never had any previous experience of making a Call of Duty set on a specific event. They've only done futuristic stuff where they can innovate whatever they want because it hasn't happened yet, and that would only make sense to happen again. I don't think an Advanced Warfare 2 would be the right route to take, because now everybody's kind of sick of the futuristic scene. A lot of people, when Advanced Warfare first came out, they wanted to give it a chance because it was the first futuristic game that Call of Duty has ever strayed down, where it actually might change how the game is looked upon. I know Black Ops 2 was 2025 set, but at the same time we had boots on the ground, and overall we had things that we could understand to be actually seen within a certain period of the future, in like 10 years or so, a decade, but not 2064, which is when Advanced Warfare is actually set. Or 2054, correct me if I'm wrong, but basically the only concluding point I can say to go against there won't be an Advanced Warfare 2 is that they have to go even a little bit more further into the future, or even around the same time period, because everything to do with the finance and the money making side of it is looking good in Sledgehammer's direction, and Activision especially, because they encourage supply drops. If you don't remember with Black Ops 3, the ranged weapon argument that David Vonderhaar and Activision had, that he didn't want supply drops, he only wanted cosmetics, and then it turned out to be we had supply drop weapons, and then it took that route, and now it's never stopped since. So what do you guys think we will be seeing of Sledgehammer in Call of Duty 2017 in November sometime this year? And I want to thank all you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, slap a like on the video down below, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe if you haven't already for more Call of Duty content. I will be uploading more in the very near future. I'm just going through a house transition at the moment, and I'll update you guys if you would really like on that move, and I'll see you guys in the next video whenever it may be. Thank you all for watching again, and peace out.